Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo Mone Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karo Mone Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo Bina ke dayalu jagata samsari Bina ke dayalu jagata samsari Shoma Bina ke dayalu jagata samsari Jaya Premanande. So this is the residence of Shivananda Sena. Shivananda Sena was a very intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now he has a house also in Mayapur. When you go to Chaitanya Bhavan near there, there's a place where Shivananda. But just like Advaita, he had a house in Mayapur, had a house in Shantipur. Shivananda Sena has a house here, also house Mayapur. So Shivananda Sena had very intimate pastimes with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He used to bring the devotees every year from Mayapur and other villages also. He'd bring them all to Jagannath Puri every year. They would come for Rath Yatra. And Shivananda Sena would pay for people. Because they would walk, but still they had to pay sometimes taxis, sometimes they had to go on the boat, they had to pay for the boatman, different things, and the prasadam, accommodation sometimes at night, places to stay. Shivananda Sena would pay these things. So, in the course of doing these things, sometimes he got some difficulties. Just like it's described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, one time they got stuck at paying the taxis, paying the tolls. They were crossing from one state to another state and they had to pay some money, they had to talk to the different officers at the tax place. And they were delayed for some time. And Lord Nityananda was in the party. Lord Nityananda was kept waiting a long time and he got quite angry because it was hot. You were outside in the hot sun. Now it's January, February, not very hot yet. But this was, they were going for Rath Yatra, it was the middle of the year, June, so very hot, you know. And they were waiting outside and they had not taken prasadam even, and they had no accommodation. Lord Nityananda was getting quite angry and Shivananda Sena was delayed. He had to talk to the customs people, he had to pay them money, he had to settle with them everything, because there were many people, big party, they were coming. So they wanted to know what's going on, where are you going, what are you doing, and he had to pay for everything. Well, Lord Nityananda was kept waiting and waiting, and finally when he came back, Shivananda Sena came back, Lord Nityananda kicked him. What did he do? What did Shivananda Sena do? Shivananda Sena said, oh, I am so fortunate. I am touched with the dust from the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. He has blessed me with the dust from his lotus feet. Shivananda Sena's wife was crying. Shivananda Sena's wife was crying. He said, Lord Nityananda has cursed our son to die. Because you've kept, Lord Nityananda was so angry that you've kept him waiting. He's cursed our son to die. Shivananda Sena said, if Lord Nityananda wants our sons to die, let them all die. Let all of our sons die if Lord Nityananda wishes it. Why are you crying, you stupid woman? This was Shivananda Sena's mood. He was so magnanimous soul. Actually, Lord Chaitanya was so intimate with Shivananda Sena that when he saw that Shivananda Sen's wife was pregnant, Lord Chaitanya said, when your wife gives birth, you can call that child by the name Puri. Not chapati, Puri. Puri. And anyway, that was Lord Chaitanya. He named the child for Shivananda. Later on, that child grew up to be Kavi Karnapur. He was the son of Shivananda Sen. He grew up to be a great devotee, and he wrote Shastra. He wrote Gaura Gaura describes the identity of all the different people in Chaitanya Lila, who they are in Krishna Lila. So, this was one of the sons of Shivananda Sen. Another famous incident with Shivananda Sen was when they were traveling to Puri, one time a dog started to follow them. So Shivananda Sen insisted, he said, give the dog prasadam. And so they fed the dog prasadam, and then the dog followed day after day. The dog was following the devotees because it would take a few weeks to go from Mayapur to Jagannath Puri, walking every day. After a few weeks only they'd get, the dog was following every day, and every day they would give the dog some prasadam. But it happened, one day they forgot to give the dog prasadam. And Shivananda Sen said, where's the dog? What happened? Did you give it prasadam? And the devotee said, no, we forgot. We forgot to give the dog prasadam. And he said, where's the dog? The dog had disappeared. So Shivananda Sen was so concerned. He said, you did not give the dog prasadam. He's gone away. We've lost the devotee. Shivananda Sen fasted that day. He would not take any prasadam. He said, you did not give the dog prasadam. How can I eat? But then when they got to Jagannath Puri, when they went to meet Lord Chaitanya, they were surprised. The dog was there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was having coconut, and he was taking the meat out from the coconut and throwing it to the dog. And the dog was going, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. The dog was chanting the holy name. And then after, the dog was liberated. So Shivananda Sen, very great personality, very merciful, very intimately connected in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime. So this is his home, you can see it, it's a nice place. He was not a poor man, he must have been quite wealthy. And that's why he could arrange to take everyone with him to Jagannath Puri. Lord Chaitanya liked to meet all the devotees every year. You can read in the Chaitanya Charitamrita how all the devotees would come. When they would come into Puri, even the king, Maharaj Prataparudra, would come to look and see, oh, who are the, oh, who's this? And he would ask, who are these different devotees? And they would tell the king, oh, this is Advaita Acharya, he's an incarnation of God. And this one, this Lord Nityananda, he's not different from Lord Balaram. He would identify the different devotees. So they would come and they would stay for Rath Yatra, and they would stay there in Jagannath Puri for some time. And after the Chaturmasya, then they would go back to Mayapur. And before they would go back, Mahaprabhu would meet with all the devotees. And he would give them different instructions, what they should be doing, like that. So, one year he told Lord Nityananda, You don't need to come next year. You should stay in Bengal and preach. So Lord Nityananda got told, but he didn't follow. He still came to Jagannath. He could not stay away from the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Shivananda Sena, very wonderful devotee, great soul. And this place is somehow has been preserved. These are the deities which he worshipped. But I think there's also Shivananda Sena deities are also there at Mamagachi. On the altar at Mamagachi, there's deities of Shivananda Sena. They had more than one set of deities, you know. Some deities here, another deity there. Very amazing pastimes, intimate devotees. How they could serve Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how they could please him. Performing Sankirtan. I don't know the identity of Shivananda Sena and Krishna. Anyway, Shivananda Sena, such a tolerant, magnanimous, merciful, humble devotee of Mahaprabhu. All good qualities. Like I said, Lord Nityananda could kick him, and he could feel that this is the mercy. I've got the mercy from Lord Nityananda, the dust from his lotus feet on my body. So then he took Lord Nityananda to his accommodation and he arranged nice prasada for Lord Nityananda. Know that you can understand, to behave in that way, you have to be very humble, without any ego, very tolerant, very humble, no ahankar, no false ego, just only gentle, humility, and submission and surrender. Yeah?
He was a Brajagopi in
Veeragopi.
Messenger of Srimati Radharani.
Servant of Srimati Radharani.
Messenger of Srimati Radharani. Messenger of Srimati Radharani.
Brajagopi.
Veeragopi.
Veeragopi.
Messenger of Srimati Radharani.
A servant of Srimati Veeragopi. These different devotees come in Chaitanya Lila to help facilitate the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya and to distribute the holy name. So, anybody, you know any other pastimes?
No. Srivas Thakur also came here.
Who?
Srivas Thakur.
Srivas Thakur came here?
After he could not feel the separation of Mahaprabhu and Navadip Dham. He can say something.
But he had his own house today? Not here.
But he came for that.
Yes, Srivas Pandit or Srivas Thakur. He has his house there in Mayapur, and Lord Chaitanya's pastimes in Mayapur were mainly in the home of Srivas. Lord Chaitanya would go to Srivas's home every night for kirtan. Lord Nityananda would live in the home of Srivas. One time, Lord Chaitanya said to Srivas, he said, you know this Nityananda, we don't know his origin, we don't know what is his caste, and he's living in your home like a madman. You get you a very bad reputation, because Srivas, he's a Brahmin, they're Brahmins, and they have very respectable Brahmins. Everyone honors them and respects them. that they're pure, strict followers of religious principles. Lord Nityananda would behave like a madman because Lord Nityananda is avadut. So sometimes Lord Nityananda would take all his clothes off and behave like a little boy, a little child. And some Lord Chaitanya would have to come and tell him, Nityananda, put some clothes on, cover your body. Lord Nityananda would be in some kind of ecstasy. Lord Nityananda would even drink the breast milk of Malini, the wife of Srivas, because he saw Srivas and Malini, that he saw them like his mother, his father and mother. And so he could even go and drink the breast milk from, although Malini was an old woman, she was an old woman, her breast had already dried up, but somehow Lord Nityananda could come and suck the milk from her breast. So Lord Chaitanya told Srivas, you know why you let him stay in your house? He will get you a bad reputation, Srivas. You should get rid of him. But Srivas said, oh my Lord, why are you joking with me? I can never give up the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Even if he will marry a Muslim girl, or even if I see him coming out of the liquor shop, I will never give up his lotus feet. So when Lord Chaitanya heard Srivas speak like this, Lord Chaitanya said to Srivas, he said, because you have so much faith in Lord Nityananda, I bless you that even if the goddess of fortune goes begging, your home will never know any hunger. Your home will always have all the necessities you need. Srivas was a Brahmin. He didn't work. He had no job. And he lived with his brothers, three brothers, I think there were four. They were all together, joint family, living together. None of them going to factory. None of them working. How were they living? Lord Chaitanya asked them, how do you live, Srivas? How do you manage? Srivas said, somehow we're living by the grace of the Lord. And Srivas said, if there is nothing, I will clap my hands. He said, and then if nothing comes, I will throw myself in the Ganga. But somehow, every day, everything comes, everything is there. By the grace of the Supreme Lord, everything is provided. And Srivas was living like that in Mayapur. He was not having a big land or any wealth, but he was living, maintaining himself. And Srivas, his home was the place where Lord Chaitanya would come, and Lord Chaitanya had his Vyasa Puja there. They performed many different ceremonies, as well as having kirtan every night. So many pastimes took place in the home of Srivas. For example, the one Brahmana who he would only live on fruit and milk. And he wanted to see the pastime, he wanted to see the kirtan held every night in Srivasangam. But it was a private affair. They would not let everyone come in the Srivasangam. It was only for a few intimate devotees. Jai. Prasadam. It was only for intimate devotees. But the Brahmana, this brahmachari, he was a brahmachari, and he was a good brahmachari. He was never talking to women, never flirting with the women, and he was living on milk and fruit. So he pleaded, please let me see the kirtan, I want to see the kirtan. So Srivas said, oh well, you know, he's a good brahmachari, he said, you can hide behind the curtain. So he hid behind the curtain in the house. And in the evening the devotees came and they started to have kirtan. But after the kirtan started, Lord Chaitanya said, stop. Something is wrong. Something is wrong today. Is there somebody here who should not be here? Is there some intruder here? Lord Chaitanya could understand the presence. Somebody was here who should not be here. And so Lord Chaitanya wouldn't have kirtan. No more kirtan. We have to find out who is here, who should not be here. And so then the brahmachari came out and he said, oh, I'm sorry, I just wanted to see the kirtan and I'm a brahmachari and I only live on milk and fruits. Mahaprabhu said, nonsense, stupid, fool. Do you think you can get love of God by being a brahmachari and living on milk and fruit? Don't you know? The only way you can get love of God is by bhakti, by devotion. You're practicing brahmachari and living on milk and fruits. That will not save you at the time of death. You have to develop your love for God by chanting His holy name, by doing devotional service. So the Brahmana became very humble and he fell at Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet, and Lord Chaitanya blessed him that may you become fixed in devotion to the Supreme Lord. So that was one pastime which took place there in Srivas, his home. Of course, the Chankazi also came there to Srivas' home. One day the Chankazi came and broke the Madanga. That happened in the Srivas Sangam. Chankazi came, took his stick, broke the Madanga. No more kirtan. Any more kirtan, I will make you all Mohammedans. So the devotees, what to do? Broke the Madanga, Chankazi threatened us, he will make us all Muslims. So they told Lord Chaitanya what had happened. And Lord Chaitanya called all the devotees, said, let us have Sankirtan. We're going to go out and we're going to go to the Chankazi's house. So all the devotees gathered, thousands and thousands of devotees came. From all the villages, they all came and they were all very eager to do kirtan. And they came, they had a big kirtan, dancing in the street. And Haridas also came. Haridas, although he's a Mohammedan, he also came. And they went to the Chankazi's house. And then Nimai Pandit confronted the Chankazi. And they talked about calculating. And the Chankazi admitted that people are not following the scripture, that actually they're not supposed to kill the cows as they're doing. And the Chankazi argued that you Hindus, you also kill animals, you do also sacrifice. But Lord Chaitanya told them, the Kali Yuga, Ashvamedam Gavalam Yam Sanyasam Palipaitrikam. Right? 5 activities are prohibited in the Kali Yuga. Often the sacrifice of a cow, the sacrifice of a horse, the taking of sannyas, the begetting a child in the womb of your brother's wife, and the one more thing, offering flesh to the forefathers, like that. So 5 things are prohibited in the Kali Yuga. So Lord Chaitanya told him like that actually our scriptures don't allow animal sacrifice. The people who are doing animal sacrifice, it's wrong. And Lord Buddha came to stop that. And then Lord Chaitanya said, yes, but what about our Sankirtan? And the Chankazi said, yes, he said, I've decided that there's no problem, you can go on with your Sankirtan. And Lord Chaitanya said to him, but you came, you broke the Madanga, and you threatened to make everyone a Mohammedan if they kept chanting. But then the Chankazi said, yes, but last night I had a visitor in my home. Right? And the Chankazi then opened his shirt and he showed his chest. And on the chest there were big scratches. He said, last night I had a visitor came to my home, half lion, half man. And he sat on my chest and he took me by the throat. And he said, you ever break my Madanga again, and I will rip your head. Hare Krishna,
Come take a seat.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
So one more pastime which we can speak about Shivananda saying, you know, there was a devotee called Nakula Brahmachari.
Yes.
So Nakula Brahmachari, what happened was Lord Chaitanya entered in his body, possessed his body. It's called Avesha avatar. Just like Shakti Avesha. So Avesha. Nakula Brahmachari's body became empowered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he would behave just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He would be in ecstasy of love of God, and he'd be like a madman. He'd be chanting and dancing and rolling on the ground and shedding tears like ocean. So he became very famous, and many people came to see him. And they all said, oh, he has become Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is living in his body. So Shivananda saying, he doubted it. He thought, how is it possible? He thought, I know Mahaprabhu. So Shivananda saying, came to see this Nakula Brahmachari. Actually, just last weekend, last Sunday, we went there to Nakula Das Brahmachari's place. So we were hearing about Nakula Das Brahmachari, how Mahaprabhu was in his body. So Shivananda Sen came, and there were many people there. They were all around Nakula. And Nakula Das Brahmachari said, there's someone here called Shivananda Sen, and he doubts my identity. He doubts that Mahaprabhu is living in my body. He said, I will prove to him that Mahaprabhu is here with me. And Shivananda said, Shivananda Sen thought, if he is actually Mahaprabhu, then he will know who is my worshipable deity and what mantra I'm chanting. He will be able to answer these questions. And Shivananda Sen was standing at the back, and there were many people, something like this. And Nakula had his temple, his house, and there were many people. And Nakula said, this Shivananda Sen is here, and he doubts. He doubts my position. Bring him to me. So several men went and they asked around, who is Shivananda Sen? Are you Shivananda Sen? And then they found Shivananda Sen, and they brought Shivananda Sen to meet Nakula Das Brahmachari. And Nakula Das Brahmachari immediately said to him, I know you're worshipping the Gopal deity, and your mantra is the 4-syllable mantra. Shivananda Sen was shocked. Then he could understand that Mahaprabhu was actually living in the body of Nakula Das Brahmachari. The 4-syllable mantra, Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. So that is a 4-syllable mantra. We also chant a 4-syllable mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada tells us we are also chanting 4-syllable mantra. There is no difference between chanting the name Gauranga and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, because Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the combined form of Radha and Krishna. Therefore, we are offering our respects to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we offer our respects also to great devotees like Nakula Das Brahmachari, who was empowered with the potency of Mahaprabhu. And today we are here offering our respects to Shivananda Sen Prabhu, who was connected with all of these great personalities. He was also a great personality. As we heard in Krishna Lila, he is Veera Gopi. Okay? Any other question? Or we will, okay, so we can have some kirtan then. We take a nice place to chant kirtan.
How he was wealthy and he was distributed.
Vasudev Datta used to spend generously in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appointed Shivananda Sena.
And that's another pastime that Vasudev Datta was one devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he was so soft-hearted, he was so kind and generous that anybody who came to him and asked him, he would immediately give them. Whatever wealth he had, he would immediately distribute. People would come, he would give whatever they wanted. People could take everything from him. You know, Vasudev Datta, he was so kind, he said, let me take the sins for all the people, and I will stay here and suffer. Let them all go back to Godhead. So Mahaprabhu liked that very much. But Mahaprabhu knew that Vasudev Datta is so soft-hearted, is so kind and generous. He gives everything away. People take everything from him. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Shivananda saying, he said, you should take care of Vasudeva Datta. You look after his wealth. You can be his, like a treasurer or his accountant or something. You know? Don't let him give away everything. Because if we leave it to him, he'll give everything away, have nothing left for his family, he won't be able to pay anything, he will have nothing. So he said, you must take care of him. So Shivananda Singh was that kind of responsible person. He could take care of the devotees. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave that service to Shivananda Singh to look after the wealth of Vasudeva Datta. Good. Yeah, nice pastime. Any other pastime?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Jai.
Hare Rama.
Hari Bol. Okay.
Radha Rani ki joy, Radha Rani ki joy.
So we will have Kirtan.
Radha Rani ki joy.